What's good guys, Tiger here, and today I want to talk about the 10 mistakes we are all making in Black Ops 4. So Black Ops 4 has literally just came out. I'm saying this, it's like 24 hours and this game's only just been out. And obviously, people are making mistakes. Of course they are. It's very early on in the game. So I'm going to go over the 10 biggest mistakes I'm seeing that pretty much most of us, if not all of us, are making. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here on my high horse, excluding myself from any of these mistakes. I have literally made every single one of these mistakes so far in the game, and I'm just constantly trying to work on them. So I believe if you can work on these mistakes, you'll 100% become a better player in Black Ops 4. So let's get straight into it. So number one is backing out of gunfights too early. So now the time to kill has gone up to 150. It's a lot longer to kill someone. A lot of us are shooting people and then turning away too early, leaving them unfinished. This is something I did very early on in the beta. I was constantly doing it in every fight. It's still kind of happening a bit in multiplayer for me, but one of the biggest mistakes I'm doing now is instead of just completely running away, I'm shooting someone while trying to get into cover, and I'm just getting into cover too early when really I should be staying in that gunfight, making sure they're dead because I've got the upper hand. So this one is actually two situations. One, people are just trying to end the gunfight too early because they think they've won it, and the other one is people are trying to leave because they think they're in danger. Remember, you've got extra health too. You can see your health as well while you're shooting. So in this fraction of a time we have during the gunfight, we need to try and assume, are we going to win this gunfight or are we going to lose it? If you think you're going to win, commit, stay in the gunfight and make sure they die before you back away. Number two is not respecting specialists' abilities. For example, Ajax, if he has his shield up, run away. This guy is the most frustrating thing in Black Ops 4 so far. I've already tweeted about it. It's literally the thing I hate most in Black Ops 4, and that's Ajax's shield. The fact that he can shoot you through something that you can't shoot back at him is just mind-blowing. Guys, you can feel it. I'm really frustrated Ajax's shield. So if you see it, if you see he's got it up, just run away. And it's same with other abilities. For example, if you hear Seraph shooting her Annihilator, run away. You don't want to get killed by that. Same with the War Machine, Battery's War Machine. If you hear her shooting it, because the audio alert is quite loud, if you hear her shooting it and you see it in the kill feed, just run away. You don't want to be caught by something like the War Machine. A lot of these specialist abilities, you get audio alert. For example, Recon, if he uses his vision pulse, not only do we see the outline on ourselves, we also hear it. Same with the sensor dart. If we're near the sensor dart, we can hear it. Also, if you find it, it's a flashing red light, make sure you shoot it. So a lot of these abilities you can hear and you can try and avoid. So how do you avoid Recon? Basically, if you hear his darts, then you know that you are completely on the minimap and you're just going to be completely tracked. So you need to be very careful. You're probably just going to want to run away. Same with Vision Pulse. If you find yourself that you've been tracked by Vision Pulse, you're probably going to want to try and back off if you want to try and stay alive. You can just run at it and just try and meet them head on, but I really wouldn't recommend it. You're probably going to want to play very passive just until it goes away. Number three is on the topic of specialists as well, and it's not using the specialists at the right times. So for example, one thing I've done a couple of times, what is really frustrating, is I've pulled out the Annihilator and then the game's ended in 5 seconds. Like, why did I do that? A lot of other people are doing this as well. It's using abilities when the game is just about to like reach halftime. We're also using these guns, so like the Annihilator, the War Machine, the Purifier, things like this, while you're in a gunfight. This is really risky. I find the best time to bring out these weapons is when you're flanking a certain area and you have a feeling you're about to come into contact with a few enemies. So if you're on the flank, you're trying to flank B-Dom, for example, on Domination, you know that the enemy are there. If you go around the back, you pull out your weapon, whether that's the Annihilator, a War Machine, then you can flank. You're most likely going to be coming behind them, and then you can just fire away. So the worst time you can use it is while you're being shot, you're in a really tight situation, and you just panic and pull out this deadly weapon. But the thing is, you're probably almost going to die. As soon as you peek, you're going to die anyway. So you really need to be careful how and where you use your specialist abilities. Number four is getting frustrated, and it's just getting frustrated at things that just aren't your fault. So for example, like not knowing the maps. This game is very early on. Like I said, it's like 24 hours this game's been out. Don't get annoyed if you don't know where you're going on the map. It's the whole point of the learning process. We've got so many things to learn in Black Ops 4. Just enjoy it. Same with spawns. I do think spawns are a bit of a problem in Black Ops Ops 4, you can very easily spawn trap, so you just want to be careful that you're not getting frustrated with that either. Same with gunfights, with the time to kill being longer, it can be very easy to get frustrated because this game is very different to anything we've played before. It's a very different game, so just relax, enjoy the game for what it is, and if you're playing relaxed and not getting frustrated, you're going to have a much better time, and also you're going to perform better as well. Number 5 is not knowing how to break spawn traps. So I mentioned spawn traps earlier. It's very easy to get stuck in your spawn. You spawn up, you can immediately die in the next few seconds. You need to be careful. So there are two different ways in which you can handle this if you're getting spawn trapped. One is if you're being spawn trapped by the entire enemy team, you need to play it careful. You need to play it slow, not push up too far. Literally just camp, just try and get in the best position as possible. Let them come to you, let them make the mistakes, pick them off. If you see in the kill feed that a lot of them have gone down, then you can decide to push up and try and break the spawn trap. The other scenario is if you're being spawn trapped by 1 or 2 people. If you know they're lingering somewhere in your spawn, they might be like really deep in your spawn, you can either just run away completely and ignore them, as long as you're trying to run away from like the opposite direction where you think they're going to be, or you can just try and meet them head on by going around your spawn very slowly, very carefully to try and find this person who's trying to spawn trap you. Number 6 is not healing enough. I see this all the time. It's very funny because a lot of the time I think I'm healing all the time, and then I watch my gameplay back when I make videos and I find instances when I'm running around the map with like 100 health or less. It's really stupid and annoying. You just think, what the hell am I doing? And this can be the same with you. I guarantee there is times in your games where you're running around and you don't have 150 health. You need to be careful. You need to make sure you are always healing. It's not like reloading. You can have half a clip and be okay for the next 1 or 2 kills, but with health, you need to make sure you're always in the best situation possible. Obviously, there's certain scenarios where you simply just don't have time to heal yourself, but as soon as you think you have a second or two, make sure you heal yourself. A lot of the time you can hip fire and heal at the same time, so there really is no excuses. Number 7 is hip firing. I think hip firing is fairly weak in Black Ops 4, and I think it's because of the time to kill. In other games, if you hip fired and you luckily got a few shots on, and you luckily hit a few shots, then you'd be able to kill them. In Black Ops 4, because it's a longer time to kill, you're going to want more luck, because you're going to want more of those bullets to connect. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're in really close range and you've got a weapon with a really high fire rate like the Spitfire, and you've got a laser sight on it as well, then obviously hip firing is going to be a very good option, especially if you've just got laser sight on pretty much any weapon. However, if you haven't, you want to be careful with your hip firing because it really is inconsistent in Black Ops 4. Try and always aim down sight even if you are at fairly close range. Number 8 is not respecting armor. I see a lot of people doing this, and I see a lot of people getting frustrated at a lot of inconsistent gunfights. For example, being able to put 4 shots into one guy and killing them, and then putting 5 shots in another guy and not killing them. A lot of this comes down to armor, and you can tell if someone is wearing armor or not. And remember, this is a similar mistake to the first one with people backing out of gunfights too early because maybe you think you've killed them, but because they've got armor on, they're taking one more shot than you think they're going to take. So you need to be careful with armor. Always make sure you're finishing your shot, because as you approach every single person, you do not know at the start of the gunfight if they have armor on or not. So just be careful. Just make sure you are always putting in enough bullets in order to kill them. Number 9 is not aiming for the head. Headshots are probably the most important in Black Ops 4, again because of the time to kill. I sound like a broken record now. So you literally just want to aim for the head, guys. Aim for the head. It takes fewer shots to kill them. There's a lot of really good weapons that have high caliber. High caliber deals extra damage to the head. So pairing that with the Rampart, oh my god, you get headshots for days with the Rampart. Make sure you are using that weapon. I really recommend it. But yeah, try and always aim for the head. Always aim up, even if you're at long range, because we've got predictive recoil now. So please, guys, try and not get caught shooting people in the legs. Always try and move that analog stick higher. Okay, number 10 is a blackout specific tip, and you literally lose out so much by doing this, and it is not nosediving at the start of the game. As soon as you exit the helicopter, you want to make sure you are aiming directly down at the floor. Get your speed up to at least 70 miles per hour before leveling out at 65 miles per hour to then find a nice place on where you want to land. You can see your speed on the right hand side of the screen. You want to make sure you are easily getting down to 70 before you start to level out. You can tell if you've reached max speed once you've leveled out because you have these like white lines by your hands, like wind lines, and that lets you know that you're going as fast as possible while wingsuiting across the map. Okay guys, so they are the 10 mistakes I'm seeing a lot of people make, if not everyone make, in Black Ops 4. Now, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing and turning on notifications, and let me know in the comment section what is the biggest mistake you're dealing with in Black Ops 4 already. I know it's early on, but I guarantee you'll be able to fix any problem in no time, so don't worry guys, keep on grinding, keep on enjoying the game, but that is all from me. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.